All right, guys. While we are sort of still in this pandemic, people are thinking about how they can further their career paths and things like that. Some people want to go back to school. Some people absolutely do not want to go back to school. I don't want to go back to school. Some of those people who may or may not want to go back to school but may want to further themselves in their careers or in life are CNAs or techs or LNAs or whatever you call it, certified nurse assistants. Can they be management? Can they be further than what they are as a CNA? The question is yes, or the answer is yes, they can. With an asterisk, however. Yes, CNAs can be management. One thing they cannot be is nursing management. CNAs cannot be nursing management. However, they can still be management within their facilities. And that little bubble that you work in, that building, whatever you want to call it, yes, there can be managers who are CNAs. What kind of managers can CNAs be? So, quick few examples that I personally have seen, have worked with, and seen in my entire life. The first one the best one that comes to my mind, I worked with a girl for several years as a CNA. We were at the hospital together, both as CNAs, and she became a patient care advocate and then moved her way up to management through that, simply by networking. She never took another class. She never got another certification. All she was a CNA, and she just kept applying for different jobs and kept moving up. What she did after she became a CNA is she became the person who kind of comes around. If you're in the hospital, comes around and wants to know if you're having excellent care, or what can make your care excellent, more excellent, or whatever it may be. Basically, with a great big clipboard, it writes down your concerns and whatever it may be. And she ended up becoming the management of that facility, of that career path, simply by just having her CNA. Quite an accomplishment by that young lady. And she just stayed driven and stayed in it. She had children and could not go back to school. I believe that she did try nursing school and it just did not work out for her, but she stayed in it and worked her way up to management of that career simply by just having a CNA, and was able to network her way up the ladder, if you will. That's the ladder, by the way. Great job on her part. One area that I have seen more CNAs in management than any other place is long-term care or nursing homes, retirement homes, whatever you want to call it, long-term care. These places are known for having CNAs become management. My scheduler, the scheduling manager, whatever her title was, the individual that created the schedules that told you when and where you were going to be, she was a CNA. Worked her way up to the scheduling office manager and had her little name on her office, and you answered to her if you wanted time off or you couldn't come in that day or whatever it may be. You came to her. And I remember that the power that this individual had, she one time came to me and offered me a position, not a position, but another shift, second shift. And I've said before, if you get offered the shift, you better take it before you have to work it. I took her shift and she hooked me up like another $100 or something to take that shift, and she did not have to approve that from anybody because she was the scheduling manager, and all she was a CNA. I actually worked with her. She was my CNA on the floor, and then she was my scheduling manager, several months later. Yeah, worked her way up. And another one that became a management in the nursing home, long-term care, we called him the president of the facility. Basically, she was the manager of sort of the building, not the nursing manager, not the director of nursing, but we called this individual the president of the facility. But it was basically the manager of the facility, patient care advocate. The patient care came to them, HR came to them. I'm sure they met with the DON. This individual was a CNA for years upon years and worked her way up and became the president of the facility. Like I said, she was the manager of the building, not the DON. She was not the director of nursing. She was not the director of the facility. She was what's called the president. And she was a manager. She had a managerial role and made sure that everything was basically the lights stayed on and everything, maintenance and whatnot, was all done. Now, we did have a maintenance crew, but she made sure that everything was taken care of that maintenance should do, things like that. And she was a CNA. Now, one thing that all these individuals have in common is they all were CNAs to begin with. They all put in their time. All three of these individuals put in their time. They did not just work, a day and all of a sudden they're at the top. They did not, graduate into this role straight out of school. They had to put in their time, all three of them. They had to wait till the position came available. When the position became available, they put in for it. They applied for it. They did all the legwork themselves, and it eventually paid off. If you want to be management, you can be management as a CNA. It's a long process. It is not a quick, here I am, make me management sort of role. Each one of these individuals took years to become the management that they are as a CNA. But it is possible. It is definitely possible to become management as a CNA. It is just not possible to become nursing management or charge nurses or directors of nursing. At least locally, there are probably some stories of people who became nursing managers as CNAs. But I don't know of any. There may be. If you are a CNA and you want to be management, let me know. If you know of CNAs who became management, or if you are a CNA who became management, I'd like to hear your story, because you had to work hard to get where you are. You did not just get it handed to you. I understand that, and I believe that more people need to understand that. As yes, some people think of a CNA as a dead-end job or a starter job. It does not have to be. You can definitely make a career out of being a CNA, and you can move yourself further up that little ladder and become more than what you are just with a simple CNA certification. You can, but as I say, it comes with an asterisk, as you have to put in all of the work yourself. You have to do the hard stuff. You have to make sure that you are good at your job and that you have networking ability. I don't really think that they hire a lot of mean people, if that makes sense. The people that come in on extra shifts and things like that, unfortunately, are kind of the ones that get these jobs. The hard workers are the ones that I've seen actually really get these jobs. But that is what I got for you today. If you like this video, check this one out over here. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe over there. I hope it helps. I hope I started a conversation within yourself or with other people. If I did, let me know. Thank you so much.